Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and it's that time again. It is May 2018's Life, Love, and Abundance readings for all 12 astrological signs. So, you know, it's one of my favorite things to do because I've been doing it for a while, and if I stop doing it, that means it's no longer my favorite thing to do. But I just wanted to do my usual intro and also to say that, hey, if you happen to be watching this video and it's not May, that's okay. This sign could be applicable to the time period that you are watching it. And also, I am going to be incorporating a new deck to you all, but not to me. It is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I decided to use that in lieu of tarot. So this month it's primarily going to be an oracle reading, unless I am called to pull out some tarot, probably for the love portion of the reading. I could see me possibly needing to consult the tarot, but I haven't decided yet. The reason I'm using the Mildred Payne is a lot of people have been curious about this deck and they want to see it in action, work in action, if you will. It's one of my favorite decks, and it also acts like a tarot in the way that it answers questions. And it's really accurate, and I love it to pieces. So that's what we're going to be doing this month. It'll probably change again like it always does because I've got a few decks and I like to play with them all from time to time. So yeah, there you go. And then also just to say as a quick reminder that this is a general reading, so not all questions can be answered in a general reading and not everything can be covered. I try to keep it as expansive but as detailed in the readings as I possibly can. But if you find that you have more questions that you'd like to get answered, book a reading with me. You can go to abundantlifetarot.com for my reading options. I have several that you can choose from. Or you can go to my Etsy store. Abundant Life Shop is my Etsy store. And there's some reading options there as well. I offer live readings. I do, but they have to be scheduled in advance. I do offer video on demands, which is my most popular way of giving the readings, is sending a video link to you, because then you can watch it anytime. You just send me your questions and then I run the tarot and record the video and I email it to you. Or we could find another format that may work best for you. Maybe chat or maybe text. I don't know. I'm open and flexible with that. But yeah, check it out. If you've never did a reading before, it is quite an experience that you should not deny yourself. So definitely check me out if you are needing something more in depth than your monthly astro reading. So that's the little shameless plug that I'm plugging in. But otherwise, just sit back, my beautiful friends. Sit back, enjoy, get your favorite beverage on, and let's get started. Let's dive right on in. Happy May 2018, or whenever you're watching this. And thanks so much for watching. So Aries, we are doing your May reading, and this month is a little different. Oops. We're going to do strictly oracle reading, where I'm going to use the Dear Heart Oracle and the Mildred Payne. So we're going to change it up a little. Change is good. So Spirit, we are looking at the overall overarching themes and energies that our lovely Aries friends will be experiencing in the month of May. Please, Spirit, guide us on what they will be facing and any wisdom you have. We have manifest, secrets. So in the month of May, there's going to be an opportunity, or probably several opportunities, Aries, to manifest something that you have been really trying to manifest for a good while. Maybe it's finding a new job, or maybe it's getting a project off the ground. Maybe it's finally cleaning out your garage or your home. You know, things are starting to finally shift. So that's a positive thing for sure. And then we have secrets. Now, these could be secrets that you're holding or withholding, or these could be secrets that someone is withholding from you that may be emerging in May, or maybe coming to the surface in May. And, you know, this also could represent maybe not coming to the surface, where I see here, you see almost like this, I don't know, almost a burn, if you will, where this person has words here, but just cannot utter them. And maybe that's you. We'll see what the Mildred Payne has to say about that. But in the month of May, you will definitely be experiencing some secrets that are being revealed, or holding secrets. And it will definitely alter the energies, the vibrational energies surrounding you in the month of May. Let's take a look at the Mildred Payne. So I have a little spread here we're going to do. We are looking at 3 questions. Aries, for the month of May. What do Aries need to confront? Okay. I really wanted just 3 cards, so we'll see how this, not 3 cards, but 3 per row, but we'll go with it. All right, Spirit, what tools can Aries use to help aid them in confronting what they need to confront in May? Okay. Turn on my music here. Okay. And then finally, what will happen in the month of May overall for Aries in love and life? Love or life. Okay, take that as a bonus card. All right. Love this little deck so much. All right, so here we go. Let's take a deep breath here. So with the Mildred Payne, I will go with my intuition, and then also we'll just pop in and look at the guide words that come with this particular deck. But we'll just go with it initially and see where it takes us here. All right, so we've got coin, star, fish, and shovel. And this is the question for May, for Aries. What do we need to confront in May? Aries, what are we dealing with? What are we confronting here? And so the first card that comes up is coin, and coin indicates here that we have wealth. You know, like we said, there's going to be manifesting of wealth, maybe finally getting that tax refund that's happening, maybe finally getting a bonus or a raise, perhaps losing some wealth in some instances where you've had to pay out large amounts of bills or you had to pay taxes. But wealth is definitely on the platter for the month of May, so to speak. Now, I get a sense that is a positive situation going on, since the manifest card came up in the Dear Heart Oracle. And it generally is a very good card. Otherwise, we have, you know, prosperity when we're dealing with the coin card. And according to the little guide pamphlet, it says, you know, gaining a better position in life. Although this is a caution to you to not get so caught up in the materialism of things that you lose sight of what's really important. But otherwise, I get a sense that in the month of May, you are going to be experiencing some abundance growing, which is probably what you've been really wanting, Aries. And we know this also to be true by the cards that are right alongside here and in proximity. We've got the chalice, the cup, and we've got the star card. The star card is a very positive one. It's connotating hope and a sudden sense of clarity and vision and inspiration. So what do you need to confront? Well, there could be secrets that you need to confront, but maybe it's a positive secret. Maybe it's not even a bad secret. It could be, when this card comes up, a lot of times we think, oh my gosh, someone's having an affair. Something's going on there. But it doesn't always mean that. It could mean a surprise birthday party. It could mean a surprise trip. It could mean maybe your boss has a surprise for you. Who knows? But with the star card, it's inspiration. Aries, what I love about you, generally speaking, and almost every Aries I come in contact with, you're go-getters. You're passionate about life. You set goals. You really dive into manifesting the life that you want to create. And so May is no exception for you. And there's hope in this. These two cards tell me that you are, in fact, manifesting these things in the month of May. Keep wanting to say March. In the month of May, things you will be experiencing, things you will be confronting. This is positive stuff so far to be confronting, though. I'll tell you that. Then we have 41 for our fish card. And for some of you will be manifesting a pregnancy. You may be pregnant or with child, and maybe you have to keep it a secret. This is cool because for some of you Aries who are watching this and you are expecting, there's a hopeful situation. This is a good omen, these cards, that you are bringing a baby and birthing a human into a positive situation here. There's, maybe things don't look so up and up right now in your finances, but this denotes here that things will come together. But for many of you, things are already coalescing and coming together. And just the pregnancy is like the icing on the cake for our coupled up, or even our ones who are not necessarily in a relationship. Some folks are not in a relationship, and still having the baby is the best thing of their life, whether they're with the partner or not, Also, with the fish card, we get unconscious thoughts, good fortune. Yay! More good fortune, more manifestation. We get, now, interestingly enough, it says may represent suspicion, is what the little pamphlet says. And it's interesting because we have the secrets card. Now, for some of us, Aries, there will be some unearthing of secrets going on that is necessary for your growth or the growth of the people around you. It could be work related. It could be secrets that are coming up about the financial stability of a company that you work for, or it could be, maybe something dealing with it in your home life, Aries, where your partner has been keeping secrets about their job status or about their finances on their end, and things need to come up because maybe they see all the success that's coming on in your life, and then they need to let you know, hey, I kind of did X, Y, and Z at the casino, so I need some help. It could be a secret like that. It doesn't necessarily mean an affair, and you could be suspicious, like, this person's acting a little shady. For some, for mine, I think probably a small percentage of you, I get a feeling that yes, this could be that you're suspicious of your partner having an affair, or maybe not a full-on affair you're suspicious of, but that something is going on and that you don't think it's right or think it's like on the up and up. So there's some suspicions going on there, and you're going to confront them. I get a sense in the month of May, it's going to come to a head. I mean, yeah, sure. For many of you, this could be that you're just carrying on the secret for months and months beyond May. But for some of you, probably a few of you, you will be confronting it, because that is the question, is what do we need to confront in the month of May? And it could be some secrets. But what is done in the dark must come to light and will come to light. So it's all good, right? Let's look at 68. This is my new Mildred Payne card. And it didn't come with a little meaning in the pamphlet because it's a brand new card, and that's okay. And again, like I said, I get a sense that there's going to be some unearthing, some digging up of maybe secret emotions even. It could be it's just at the level of the emotional level, not even on the physical manifestation of an affair or a big secret. It could be just, emotions coming up that were once dormant and secret even to you, but now it's coming up and being revealed. But like I said, I don't get a sense that it's going to be something that's just earth-shattering and going to tear your life apart or anything like that. Not at all. So next, we move on to the row 2. And what tools can we use in May? Aries, what tools? We have the chalice card or the cup card. And again, this is about abundance, right? According to this particular deck. This is about abundance. This is about celebration. And this is about dreams or aspirations yet to be achieved. So what tools can we use in the month of May? Well, we can use our manifestational tools. And it seems to be that you will be manifesting the things that you're trying to manifest, the things that you're desiring. And you just have to stay in a positive mindset as much as you can. Get clear about what it is that you want by writing out your intentions, or I like to put mine, and I haven't done it in a while, and I need to, on bright, colorful, fun Post-its, and I put them in my bathroom mirror, and I look at those affirmations and I say them, so I encourage you to just, again, dial into manifesting what it is you want by checking in with your thoughts each day, monitoring them, doing some quality control, quality assurance on your thoughts, making sure that they're not muckied up with complaints, muckied up with feeling depressed, muckied up with anything that's not high vibrational, that's going to pull you to where you're trying to go. Another tool is the Crow card. We have the Crow card, and with the Crow, this is number 49. It does indicate, it says omen of bad news. It also could mean moving from place to place or criminal activity. Now, moving from place to place, perhaps a tool that you can use in the month of May is maybe considering moving to a different part of the city, different part of the state, different part of the country or the world. Maybe that's going to even enhance your abundance even more. Thinking more on a global level, even for some of you. For others, this could really mean being your fears and suspicions are now going to cause you to want to seek out to see if there's anything not right with the situation. So you're going to feel the need to act, and you are going to act by asking questions. So tools, as the Crow, they caw, they speak out, they talk, they communicate with one another to get down to the nitty gritty of what's going on. Criminal activity, some of you, it could be, crimes, right? Crimes could be as little or as petty as, stealing a little, some candy from a store, which is weird to me. It always felt weird to steal to me. I don't know why. And I'm glad it feels weird to me, right? But, for some people, they got to do what they got to do, and no judgments. But, some of you, I hate to say it, some of you will get your abundance by criminal activity, and you're not gonna really have a problem with that. Like I said, no judgments there, but that could very well mean that, like, your payoff is finally going to happen. Whether maybe some of you are bending the rules a little bit on your taxes, or maybe, you're getting a loan and it's not, it's going under contract, but with some different pretenses, things like that. So I don't know. Interesting. Another tool that we have is 57, the frog, transformation, disguise, it says, disappointment, something unpleasant you may need to accept. Well, again, this is a tool. So we're looking at transformation. In the month of May, you're going to, perhaps when the secrets do come out, you're going to realize that you've grown, because the way you would have reacted in the past is now different than how you react when you find out your news in May. You'll be more calm. You'll recognize that you've transformed. And that is a tool, that reflection, that being able to look at how far you've come and where you're going and how you're trying to be in, a being of light and someone who's really making a difference. You're going to be able to see that. So your tools for the month of May so far, you've got that reflection, that taking action, that making sure you're minding your thoughts, and that you're, speaking out, that you are communicating what it is that you are trying to investigate, what it is that you need to get or gain. And then finally, we have here for this last card for this row, 58 for Saturn. And let's see, Saturn says here, we have adversity, hardships, male sexuality or dominance, authority, control. I get a sense that for some of you, a certain situation, maybe this particular situation, is causing you to need to surrender control. Okay. Let it go. Don't even continue to try to control it the way you're thinking you need to. It's just not going to work. Some of you may need to add some controls and measures in place to prevent another situation from happening again. So perhaps the secret is from a loved one, and it's a financial one. And maybe it's a kid, and maybe they overspent on the credit card. Well, now you'll have some checks and balances in place, some control measures to make sure that that doesn't happen again, right? So those are tools that you can have at your fingertips in the month of May. Finally, we have the last row here. What will happen as a result of using these tools, and just what's going to be happening overall in the month of May for you. And then we have 23, flower, pretty, beauty, I would like to say, or add. Beauty, I got the cards kind of memorized now. Kindness, gifts, blossoming abilities, or potential. So in May, yeah, you'll be dealing with some stuff. We all deal with stuff month to month, right? I mean, that's just what it is. But you're going to be able to, again, that growth, that manifestation of your transformation is just beautiful, Aries. You're going to be able to see the beauty even in this situation that's coming up. You're going to be able to see the beauty in everything around you. You're kinder now, gentler now, moving at a different vibrational energy. And as a result, you're manifesting things and attracting and attaining abundance and people wanting to give more to you because of it. It's quite beautiful. It really is. We have the Ankh, 52. It says secret knowledge. Again, that word secret. Life, increased awareness, exalted power. So the secret knowledge, again, that's why I feel that the secrets are actually going to be revealed in May. That yes, it could be you. There's a small minority of you that it could be that you will be holding on to those secrets for a while. But I get a sense that no, you at the end, when you're looking back at the end of the month for May, you're going to be like, wow, some secret knowledge was revealed or come up about my relationship with this person, or you know, for, you know, our single people, you're going to learn something about yourself where you're like, now I'm seeing why I have a blockage and why no one's really calling me, or no one's really, you know, I'm not able to get that second date. That secret knowledge, it will be revealed. You will now have a shift, and things are going to start to align and come up roses, right? Things will come up roses for you in the month of May as a result of that reflection you will be doing and can do and have access to. The secret knowledge here, increased awareness and exalted power. Some of you may be, you know, healers, or, you know, maybe you are like myself, or you're a tarot reader, or you're a psychic or a medium, and you're going to find that that power is just multiplying and growing, and people really seeking you out for your guidance. Even if you're not, you know, per se, like that's what you do for a living, people will be seeking you out because you just exude that power in that area of your life. 56X. We have X, which is saying, I don't know why it says conflicts, disputes, estrangement, cutting something or someone down to size, and then progress. I love that, right? That X is probably a perfect card, right? Because this is what's happening as a result of that secret being revealed. There will be some conflict, perhaps. Oh, so it's kind of dashing my hopes of a positive secret for some of you. But conflict and, you know, dealing with the issue and dealing with the dispute is a lot more progressive than holding on to the secret and being in the dark and you not knowing, or your partner or your lover or your friend or family member not knowing. So it's best that it comes out and be dealt with, even if it results in conflict, even if it results in estrangement and you guys taking a break for a while. That's okay. And eventually you will lead to progress. You guys will move forward from this, but this needs to happen. And then 11, we have for heart of the matter, I like to think. Heart, strong emotions, affection, love, and compassion. And again, like I said, even for our single folks, I get a sense that it's finally going to click and love is going to come in. And then for our coupled up folks, you're going to be able to connect once you guys get on, you know, get even more authentic, more clear about what's really going on. You guys will have that conflict, but make progress, and then finally get to compassion, love, and connection. And that's amazing. Getting to the heart of the matter, getting to what really matters in life. And then a little bonus, little message here, 61 for foot. Ultimately, at the end of all this, it's so funny, it plopped it here, but it's the stability. You're going to achieve, you're going to be feeling stable. You're going to be feeling balanced and connection to all that's going on around you. Feeling really a part of this grand earth that we are part of. Just having a beautiful, yeah, there's going to be a few challenges, but having a beautiful month, Aries. Wow, I am really loving what's going on. Secrets are being revealed. Some of y'all are going to be birthing a baby. Some of you will be birthing something else, a project or a book or something fun. And then, yeah, there's going to be some secrets coming up, but that's okay. That's all good. You're going to be all right. All right. Much love. Many blessings, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hello, Taurus. We are doing your May Love and Life and Abundance reading. And this time we are using only the Dear Heart Oracle and the little bitty but powerful Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. So we'll start off first with the Dear Heart Oracle, and we're going to look at the overall energies that Tauruses will be working with and through in the month of May, or whenever they watch this video. Interesting. Okay, so the card that we have that comes up first was Conflict and Letting Go. Okay, so in the month of May, Taurus, there's going to be some times where you're going to be having conflicts, whether it's at work, at home, in your relationships with your partners, or with, sisters, brothers, or, siblings, I should say. Just general conflicts going on. And it's all resulting in some people involved in these conflicts of not being able to let go of certain things, continuing to hold on to things from the past. And because of that, this card is saying that's what's going on. And this card is also the advice card saying, in order to move past these conflicts, you, Taurus, will have to let something go. Or the person that you're having a conflict with will need to let go to heal this situation. And because these cards are representing the overall energies of the month, I get a sense that, for May, you're going to be really dealing with some conflicts. Could be, and we'll see what the cards say. The Mildred Payne will give us insight on where the conflict and letting go may lie. But what I like about the letting go card is not only is it saying what's going on, not only is it giving advice about what's going on, which is to let go if you're not already trying to do so, it also confirms that towards the end of the month, that teaching moment from these conflicts of learning to let go and surrender will come. It will come to pass. So that is very lovely and encouraging. And with conflict comes growth, right? Growth in your character. Now, not all the time, because some people cannot let go of being right all the time. And that will cause problems. That will cause problems for you, for your loved ones. And if you're the one who can't let go in the argument, or you just constantly want to argue, then Taurus, you're going to have to do a little self-checking on that. All right. So we're going to do, like I said before, we're going to do things a little different. I am going to do a 3-row spread where a few cards jump out for each row. What we're looking for the first question, Spirit, is what do we need to confront? What do Tauruses need to confront in the month of May? What do they need to confront, or what will be happening that they will be bearing witness to in the month of May? Oh, that's too many. Not that much to say, Spirit, not that much. Maybe one more. Maybe one more I can take. Okay. And what I'm going to do is have all the cards lined out, I think. Because I like to see them all in the spread. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Okay. All right. So after that, what tools can Tauruses use in the month of May in life and love and abundance that will help deal with the things that they need to confront? What tools for Tauruses? Okay, sorry about that. My little camera had fallen down and I had to edit out my curse word that I said when it was coming down. Sorry about that. Anyway, so what tools do Tauruses need or can use in the month of May to deal with what they're going to deal with? What tools? Okay. Interesting. What tools for the month of May? Just one more. Thank you, Spirit. Nice. Okay. And then finally, oh, this is driving me crazy. Sorry for the shaking, guys. It's short cord that I'm using on my mic. Okay, here we go. And then finally, what will happen in the month of May? And especially once these tools are used, and what will be like the conclusion of May for Taurus? What will happen for Taurus? All right, any other messages, Spirit? Well, not that many. I only need 2 more. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have the snake card. So let me just pull this up so you can look at it here. And with the snake card, this is telling us that in the month of May, what do you need to confront? Well, the snake can mean a couple of things. Fears, because obviously snakes can cause fears for people. It could represent sexual fantasies for others and temptations. So in the month of May, Taurus, you will be definitely dealing with some issues of temptations, maybe, you know, overindulging in alcohol or some other, you know, vice, if you will. So there would be temptations to use that. There will be some fears going on for whatever reason that you have, underlying fears. And it could stem, the fears could be stemming from you feeling like a lack of time and control over your time. Like, it's like you're busy all the time. You don't have enough time to maybe spend time with your loved ones. Perhaps you're fearful that because you're not spending enough time at home, that is causing issues. You're just really concerned probably and having fears about time. Also, I get a sense that because these are the cards that are kind of around this particular card with Saturn, and then we have the Hag, which is kind of kitty corner. You know, we won't go into those cards much, but again, this is just amplifying the fears. And we'll go more into what the Hag means, but it's just amplifying that even more. And when we look at the meaning of the card for the Saturn card, which is right below it, it's adversity, hardships, male sexuality or dominance, authority and control. That's what this card represents. So with that being said, again, you know, there's some fears that maybe you have, not just on a personal level, but on a global level, on a, you know, a universal level where you're like, gosh, we're screwed. And you as this beautiful earth sign that you are, carry that weight and that burden of society on your shoulders. But you don't need to do all that. So we've got that is what you're being confronted with. And you probably truly do have a limited source of time, or perhaps some of you have the other opposite where you have too much time on your hands and maybe you need something, whether it's a job or a hobby, to really kind of take up that extra time that you have. But I get a sense that this is really speaking to those who feel like they're just burning both candles. What is it? Both ends of the candlestick. And those fears are, that your fears are such of surrounding your time management. And then we have the little boy card. What does that mean here? So other things you'll be confronting is with the boy card actually could represent a male figure, a male kind of archetype in your life. that has some influence, whether it be a boss, a husband, a brother, a father, and they will kind of help you through the process of what you're trying to get through for this month and trying to kind of gain some balance back into your life, because right now it's out of sorts. The boy also represents playfulness, curiosity, and untamed enthusiasm. And so because of I get a sense that this card, if I'm going with my intuition here, is just saying that because we have the antidote card next to it, there's someone who's bringing that antidote to you, that medicine, that healing wisdom to you. And they're male. They have a male kind of energy, and they will be bringing you this particular medicine, antidote, if you will, in the month of May, where you're going, maybe it's a good guy friend for some of you, but you're going to feel like, wow, okay, I have been looking at my situation all wrong, and I need to now do X, Y, and Z to move forward now and to not feel so overwhelmed all the time. So I love the antidote card, because with the antidote, it's a welcome remedy to a toxic problem, a cure, a balancing force against negativity. And that's what I mentioned before earlier. You're going to get a sense of balance towards the end of the month. And you know what? For some of you, this conflict that's going on is not so much an external conflict. It could be an internal conflict, and that your advice is to learn to let go and surrender. You're not going to always be able to have a super clean house. You're not going to always be able to have everything done in the way you would like to do it every single moment. You know, it's just, if you want to live a big, robust life, then some things are going to have to give. And you're going to have to stop beating yourself up for not being able to get through everything. And so someone, a guy friend, a mentor, someone will bring that cure, that medicine to you, because it can become toxic when you can't let go. Okay. When you struggle and get into a vicious cycle of imbalance. And so then we look at what tools can Taurus use for the month of May. Sorry. It's been a long day. Today was my daughter's 7th birthday. So I got April in the brain for sure. And I'm doing the reading now in April, and her birthday is now April 18th. So that's when I'm doing this reading for you guys. So May, what are we looking at May? So we have the Saturn card. We kind of touched upon it a little bit earlier. And with the Saturn card, we have adversity, hardships, male sexuality, dominance, authority, and control. So tools that you can use is trying to gain dominance over your situation, dominion over your schedule, dominion over certain situations that can potentially turn toxic and adversarial. So because this card is in the position of what tools, I get a sense that, yeah, it's normally kind of a negative kind of card, because it speaks of adversity and hardships, but it also speaks to having authority, having control over the situation, getting control over your time, maybe getting a planner, getting an organizer, doing some notes and reminders on your phone, sitting down each night and plotting out your week or plotting out your day, your next day. Whatever you need to do to help get you feeling more in control of your life, then do it. But don't make it a chore either. You've already got enough chores in your life. Try to make it more in alignment with what would feel good to you in order to help get you back on track. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help from your loved ones if you just feel like you're struggling. And if they can't help you, don't get into conflicts over that with them. If they're setting healthy boundaries with you and saying, look, I can't do X, Y, and Z. I can't go run those errands today for you. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at them. They're simply saying what they can and can't do. So you just say, you know what? I'm going to learn to let go, do what I can do, and move on and do what I can do the next day, what I can't do the next day. Okay. Then we have 3, the Hag card. Interesting name. And again, it speaks about fears, nightmares, bizarre or malicious encounters. I just think this is a card asking you to face your fears about something, whether it's financial fears, love fears, concerns about whether you'll be alone for the rest of your life or not. It is time to finally confront those fears and take control and stop letting them kind of run your life. Fear that your family's going to fall apart. Fear that you're going to lose your job. Fear that, the fears could go on. And a lot of us say we're not fearful, but really and truly deep down, when you peel back all the layers, there is some fear going on. Okay. So this card next to this card tells me that it's time to now gain control over it. You're the steward of your mind, not your fears. Your fears should not be the steward of how you go in your life. 59, lovely card. It is, 59, ribbon. Let me see. Ribbon is one of my bonus cards, and it's saying that another tool that's at your disposal is, it's saying this card represents happy times, festivities, a formal occasion, innocence, a symbol of hope, feminine beauty. This card to me indicates that because it's below the boy, and it doesn't have to be like a man, woman. It could be any kind of relationship, but that kind of yin yang energy, if you will, it tells me that that is a love cure, if you will, because feminine beauty is below the boy and then antidote, the cure. And it tells me that some of you are experiencing a new relationship that's starting, and it's finally bringing that excitement or that cure to boredom that you were having going on, while others, you're deepening your connection with your partners, and it's a beautiful thing. And it's finally in a place where you guys just feel like your love is blossoming and growing. And so this card is an invitation to you to recognize the beauty that's in your current relationships, recognize the beauty in your life, and be grateful and keep being grateful, because you Tauruses tend to be, to me, some of the most gracious people I've ever met. So I think that you just keep doing that, because that's a wonderful tool that helps signal to the universe that you are grateful and that you are ready to have more, and B, it's just a good vibrational shift for yourself to be in a state of gratitude. Okay. All right. So then finally 27 for the last card in the row, which is the Wall card. And 27 speaks about boundaries, is what I recall before I even take a look here. Obstacles, separation, protection, and maintaining boundaries. So in the month of May, you are called to maintain a certain level of boundaries, both at work and at home, Taurus, where you're going to have to start setting up some healthy boundaries with your employer, where you're like, look, I need to only work this many hours this month, and this is what it's going to have to be. Whether it's with your partner or whether you are going to have to set or maintain current boundaries that you've already set in place. That's going to be an ongoing process, but it is a necessary tool for you to be able to have a beautiful, successful life, is by setting healthy boundaries. Okay. Now we move on to the last row, which is what will happen in May, and especially after using the tools. So we have 54 for B, and 54 for B, let's see, hard work and productivity. Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. You are working your little tail off, you little busy bee, you. And taking action on a project. That's exciting. Good communication with peers, social interactions. So exciting to me, because once you do your tools, that we just mentioned before, you're going to then reap some beautiful benefits. This is all good right here. 54, I'm going to read that again. Hard work and productivity. Wow. Yes, you are working your tails off right now, Taurus. There's no doubt. My husband's a Taurus. He has been working like 12-hour days. I'm looking forward to when it slows down, but hey. Taking action on a project. Oh, did I mention that he's a Taurus? Yes, he's a Taurus. Taking action on a project. So finally being able to have the space and time after setting some healthy boundaries, getting over your fears, you're finally going to say, you know what? Let me dust off that manuscript. Let me start working on that art project. Let me work on that deck. Let me write a book. Let me start that business, whatever the case may be. Let me do a small project, jewelry making. I don't know what it is, but you're now going to take that action. And that's exciting because you work through your fears. You're able to have gratitude. You set boundaries. And as a result, now it's paying off. 67 is the star card. It is the hope card. And you're going to have sudden clarity and vision and inspiration this month after you go through all of this. Things are going to become clear to you. What wasn't so clear in the beginning of the month is going to be ever so clear at the end after you have time to reflect and look back on what was going on in the beginning. And now when I look at the whole spread, I get a sense that, yeah, there may be some external conflicts going on, but I really feel like the conflict is inside of you. And it may every now and then manifest with external conflicts, but it's really how you're navigating through the month of May and your time management issues. And then 22 is Cat. And with 22, it says resurrection. Interesting for Cat. An independent person. Nice. Misfortune and intuition. Now, maybe for a small group there would be misfortune, but I don't get a sense that for the majority of you that will be the case. I get a sense that you're going to have, after going through this month of transformation, of realization, you're going to recognize that it was your intuition that kind of helped guide you from listening to this or watching this video to, you know, knowing when to call someone, knowing when to just tell them, hey, no, I can't do that. All of that is going to pay off. And your independence is going to shine through for some of you who really need to assert your independence. You'll be doing that this coming month in May. You will be finally asserting your independence, whether it's to your parents, to a soon-to-be former employer, to a partner. There will be a time for you where you are finally, as the card indicates, resurrecting. You are coming into your own. You're coming into your own life. But you had to work through those fears. And you had to work through your perceptions of time. And then you had to set some healthy boundaries with others to get there. And then finally, you have 12, the hand card, which is giving or receiving help. Friendliness, using own skills for a purpose. Interesting. I love that, love that, love that. So, using your own skills for a purpose, using your own skills, coming up with this, you know, giving and receiving help for sure from spirit and you working in tandem together, and also with others. At the end of all this, whether, and especially for those who are having external conflicts at the end, like I said, there's going to be growth from that. You guys are going to be able to finally get along. You're going to be able to get along. You're going to be friendly. You're going to have friendlier connections with your loved ones towards the end of the month. All that turmoil that you were feeling is going to finally simmer down. And it's a beautiful thing. And you will now feel like a new heightened sense of purpose about your life as you move into June. It's going to be a beautiful time for you. Yes, there may be some conflicts, some inner struggles for you and conflicts with others, but I don't see it as like a negative. I see it as a necessary thing that's happening in your life. So don't be worrisome about it. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so not do that where it's, let's see if I can make it stop doing that. Anyways, Thank you all so much for watching. Many, many blessings to you. This is the lovely Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. If you don't know too much about it, I urge you to check it out. It is a wonderful deck. The Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, and as well as my Dear Heart Oracle. So much love to you all. See you all in the next video. Hello Geminis, this is Kim, and we are doing your May Life, Love, and Abundance reading. And I apologize in advance if you hear some background noises. That's my oldest trying to make himself something to eat in the kitchen. So we're going to look at the general overarching energies in the month of May for Gemini. Okay. Overall energies that we're working with is cleanse and retreat. So in the month of May, you're being called to cleanse, to purge, to detox, to declutter your spaces, your mind. And it's time because, you know, perhaps this is your birthday season. Happy birthday for many of you Geminis. There are some Geminis that are in early June, but, you know, you just have a call to kind of purge and start anew as you face your birthday month. And that's a good thing. This card also confirms that, in fact, you do go on a cleansing mission and you are successful in your goal to purge and cleanse what it is that you need to cleanse. And as a part of that, you are retreating, you're pulling back, you're analyzing and thinking about relationships, retreating to look to see if they add any value to your life and if these people have your best interest, while others are actually literally going on a retreat, maybe as a birthday retreat for yourself. And it is a beautiful thing. I'm going to go grab the other deck we'll be using for this reading. Okay, we're going to be working with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. And this lovely gem is the Dear Heart Oracle. Okay, so we're going to do a 3-row reading, looking at just everything, life, love, abundance, whatever speaks through the cards will be the most prevalent thing kind of going on in your life in that month. So we're going to look at, for the month of May, for Gemini, what do we need to confront? What do Geminis need to confront? Or what will they be facing or dealing with in May? 3 to 4 cards, please. Here's the first one, Saturn, okay. Dagger, Umbrella, and in a moment I'm going to zoom in. So we're going to just deal with 3. Those 3. Okay, I'm not going to go into, but I'm just kind of thinking about that. Okay, so the next question is, what tools can Geminis use that will help in the month of May? Okay. And then finally, what is the outcome or what will happen or what's going to happen in the month of May, provided all the energies kind of remain the same, no major changes or decisions or ripples. What do we have for Gemini in the month of May? What's happening? 3 cards, please. Nice. 1 more card, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right. I'm going to see about zooming in just a smidge, not that much. Sorry, guys. I have to scoot some stuff over so I can make sure you guys see it. Okay. Now I can see. With Saturn, so we're looking at what do we need to confront? And Saturn comes up, and Saturn is adversity. You know, it's hardships. In some instances, it's male dominance or male sexuality, acting out dominance, authority, and control. And then next to it, we have the dagger. And the dagger is number 19. And that, you know, denotes deceit, betrayal, hidden aggressions. And then 46, we have umbrella. Protection from something beyond control. Sanctuary may be a bad omen. My grandmother used to believe it was bad luck to open an umbrella in the house. She was very superstitious and she would freak out. And I love nothing more than to open up an umbrella in the house. But I didn't, because I would have gotten in big trouble. Anyway, so with Saturn, this is why I feel like you're going to be called in the month of May to have a big cleanse, a cleanse of relationships and retreating back from people who are just not necessarily doing right by you. And so it's time to kind of purge those energies and have some distance, because they can be adversarial and it can be uncomfortable for you. And then in turn, you're adversarial to them. Then we have 19. And 19 says deceit, betrayal, hidden aggressions. So there's like some passive aggressiveness going on, perhaps in a love relationship between partners. Or I get a sense that this is more to do with like friendships or relationships, interpersonal relationships. It could be a coworker where there's some passive aggressiveness going on, whether it's on your behalf, but I get a sense it's being more done onto you. And then in turn, it's causing a lot of pain for you. And that's why I think you've been really reevaluating who you really have in your circle, who's like really got your back. Then we have 46, umbrella. 46, protection from something beyond control. Sanctuary may be a bad omen. So, sanctuary. At some point in the month of May, you may have a chat with your partner. You guys may get on a little bit more balanced ground. Perhaps you may take a vacation from work if it's coworkers, or maybe some of your coworkers take a vacation, a leave, and they go somewhere else, and you all are able to get a break. Perhaps you take a break from your siblings, your friends, or your parents, or your adult children. You just have a break, a reprieve. So that will come. Maybe that's where that retreat card comes in, and it's going to give you a chance to do some reflection on the relationships in your life. So then what tools you can use to help you out in May is 22 for the cat. And it's, of course, like, tapping into your intuition and listening to that first inner voice that speaks to you is what I'm called to say. It can represent resurrection or being independent. So maybe for some of you, because there's been some passive aggressive stuff, like I get a sense that maybe you've had to lean on a parent, and maybe you're an adult child, for example, and there's this passive aggressive dynamic going on between you and your parent. Well, now it's time to use a tool, which is asserting your independence and kind of detaching a little bit emotionally. If you have that emotional dependence on your parents or financial dependence, it's time to start standing on your own and resurrecting as the adult that you are, resurrecting as the in control, person, whatever it is that it's time to be, what you feel like what your highest self could be, then that's where you need to be striving for and going to, and making that a goal for yourself. 34 is factory. And right off the bat, I get that you need to be like industrious. And what I love about Geminis is you are industrious. You're like a go-getter, like always thinking about how to have the means to supply for yourself and for your loved ones, which is beautiful. 34 says that it's, hard work, industriousness, bringing ideas into reality. So instead of worrying so much about what's going on in these relationships, maybe it's time for you to focus back on your goals, your dreams, what's going to happen at the next turn for you in your future. You're always thinking and doing for others, thinking about others. Maybe it's time to start thinking about what you're trying to manifest and bringing into bringing into the physical, I should say. So that's important. Following your intuition, like the cat, and resurrecting into the person you're trying to become. And then factory, being industrious. Some of you, again, I keep getting a sense of like where some Geminis that may be watching this will be more dependent on someone. It almost becomes a little codependent, and then not so healthy. And then you have to lean on these people financially. Become industrious. Find your own way, your own path. And it's right there for you. This shift is happening. This need to cleanse these things is happening because your higher self is wanting to be birthed now. Number 7, the last bit for tool, is losing something considered permanent, a difficult separation, illness. Sometimes, and this could actually portend for some of you illness in the month of May. And sometimes illness brings a certain cleansing, right? It kind of burns away the yuck after once, you have fevers and they come and burn away certain things. The infection is flaming and whatnot. And then over time, you get better. And so there's a cleansing that happens with that, a physical cleansing. So that could actually be the case for you. And that would be a tool, albeit a not pleasant tool, but nevertheless a tool. The other thing with, the tooth card is maybe it is time to lose something that was considered permanent. Maybe what you thought was a best friend is not necessarily your best friend. It's time to take a break. And it's time to maybe focus on some different relationships that could better serve you. So it's saying losing something considered permanent. I get a sense that a lot of times we think the relationships in our life should be these fixed things, but we change and grow. Relationships change and grow. Sometimes they change and grow together and you stay friends and lovers for the rest of your lives. And other times that's not the case, So sometimes we got to lose things that appear permanent. Homes even, right? Some of us have had to go bankrupt and what we thought was permanent in our home, we had to sell it, what have you. So it's just letting go of all those things, those attachments. Try to work on letting go of those attachments. And Gemini's like those tangible physical things, their surroundings to be comfortable. Nothing wrong with that. But let that go a little bit so you can enjoy life a whole lot. And then finally, what's happening in the month of May once all this is going on? We have 27, wall, obstacles, separation, protection, and maintaining boundaries. And I tend to think it's the maintaining boundaries and protection and a healthy separation. The setting boundaries is so important. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is uber important to set healthy boundaries because that is how you're able to accomplish what you need to accomplish, how you're able to stay emotionally healthy, and how you can show people how to treat you. and you are putting yourself first and putting your needs first. That's huge. So yeah, this, it's a wall. For some people, this could mean that, oh yeah, there's a blockage. But sometimes a blockage, not sometimes, a blockage is representing, something in an area of your life where you need to examine and see if you need to change course and move in a different direction. It's not here to keep you from the life you're trying to live. It's here to help you get to the life you're trying to live. It's a shift. It's a subtle shift in perception on that. Arrow 64. Let's see what our lovely 64. Setting goals, success, sending messages may represent falling in love. That's beautiful. So because these cards are favorable cards, I get a sense that this is really speaking to a positive happening. So arrow, like I mentioned before, it's time to set goals, and I see many of you doing that. You're setting goals and you're actually following through on achieving those goals. And I know this to be true because the ladder card is next to the arrow card, and this is all about ascension, moving up, going up and elevating your relationship that you're having with the new person, going higher, getting deeper, getting stronger. The current relationship you have with your partner, your spouse, is going up, getting higher. You're falling more in love. For those who are single, you're being more confident. You're falling more in love with yourself, of who you are, and in turn, people are responding to that. Your goals are finally starting to be accomplished, but you got to first set goals, right? So do that, and then kind of check in with yourself weekly to see how you're doing with that. It doesn't have to be a long, all-day check-in. It could be just a 5-minute check-in, right? It doesn't have to be earth-shattering, time budget buster. So anyways, that's that. I would say, just a quick summation here. So yeah, you're going to be facing some adversarial relationship conflicts, whether it's with a boss or what have you, or with a romantic partner or friend or a family member. And there's going to be some hidden aggression, some deceit going on, coming out, and you're going to feel like you need to shade yourself from all of that. Fortunately, you'll get that opportunity to do so. How you deal with all this, following your intuition, resurrecting and rising above this, and not staying in the petty muckety muck of it, and just rising above it, being the bigger person, not taking sides. That's what you do. You're industrious. You gotta, being industrious, it's important to, bring your ideas into reality and stop just kind of loosely talking about it, and then now start being about it. And then we have number 7, losing something considered permanent. So, like I said, letting go of something that you thought was permanent, the letting go of the lesser for the greater, because it's no longer serving you. And then finally, healthy boundaries are going to be set as a result of this shift and going on in your life. And then you by the end of the month have set goals and have even achieved some, and you will have some romance success, whether you're single or whether you are in a committed relationship. And then finally, lastly, 32, high achievements, overcoming obstacles, stepping up in life. That's the last card. That's a beautiful journey here. Okay? So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Many blessings to you. Much love. I'll see you all in the next video.